Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now. So for the longest time, I've been using laser printers. I mean, I would say well over a decade. I hadn't been touched by an inkjet enough to want to touch an inkjet or something that was powered by ink. Not really powered by ink, but really spit ink out from a cartridge onto a page versus using laser toner and having that, basically beamed onto a page. And I've liked laser because it's clean and it's relatively fast, and I don't have to worry about having a misprint. And I've been using all-in-one devices. Certainly you've seen in at least videos that have been recorded at this point, a big white laser printer, all-in-one, sitting right here, scanner, a copier, printer, all-in-one right there. I mean, I know fax is also a feature, but I never use faxing on printers. I mean, does anybody still fax? Either way, the beauty of this particular printer is that, well, number one, it was sent to me as a review unit, so I didn't have to spend money to give it a shot. Epson reached out to me, say, hey, do you want to try the WorkForce 840? I'm like, sure, because I've never owned an Epson printer. I live in both Windows and Mac OS X, and the nice thing about the Epson series is that it is compatible with both operating systems. Software is okay. I wouldn't say it's award-winning, but I've yet to find any award-winning software that comes in conjunction with award-winning hardware. So what makes this particular all-in-one device nice is that A, it matches my decor. So I have black and silver in my home office. Now I have a black piece of hardware sitting right here at my beck and call. Another thing that's nice, again, a feature that I love about this is that it's all connected to my home office and, my home entirely by way of Wi-Fi. So there is an Ethernet connection, but I'm not using it. There's a USB connection, but I'm not using it because I can scan wirelessly, I can print wirelessly, I can do everything I need to do by way of Wi-Fi. So I'm saving on some bit of cable clutter. And more importantly, the quality of the output is, I wouldn't say exactly like laser quality output, but it hasn't been horrible in terms of what I need a printer most for, and that's usually to print out like pieces of paper, like, well, duh, I mean, what else are you going to use a printer for, right? But I just need something quick, easy, and this certainly fits the bill. 70% savings on energy costs in using a printer like this versus a laser printer. So that was another reason I was willing to give this a shot and to try it in my, I guess, home office, my home, and it's worked pretty well. Getting up and running was a bit of a kludge. The interface, while a touch screen on the front panel, this would be an amazing interface for like 1992, but I've been incredibly spoiled by more usable interfaces. I can navigate by using the various keys. I can set up the network from here. I can print photos, as you see, print ruled papers, scan, fax, copy, but and there's a little Wi-Fi logo says that the Wi-Fi is enabled. That is, by the way, 802.11n compatible, so it is a fast connection to my home network, which is, I would say, nice to have. Again, I don't want to tether myself to one computer and just share from that computer. I want this available wirelessly. Another thing that they have available for this is Wi-Fi printing. So an iPhone app, and it's a universal app, so it's both iPhone or iPod Touch and iPad compatible, so I can print from there, documents, photos, whatever. I can do that without being tethered to the computer. They also have a media reader, which is shared by way of the network, and so I can basically plug in a media card, SD card, I think memory stick, even compact flash, and that would be viewable by way of my home network as a shared drive, this device in the system. So at the top, there's a 30-page feeder for scanning. You can adjust slightly for just a couple of paper sizes, which is a little disappointing. I would like to have seen more options for being able to slide all the way over if I wanted to scan something like an envelope or a check. Not easily done with this, but when I'm not using that, it flips right back down there. The flatbed scanner is right there. It's pretty standard. I've got a dog sniffing my leg. I don't know if you can see. Wicket's like, yeah, I like this. It's so much better than the laser printer that we had. Oh, so ugly. So it is very nice to have two trays here, although the bottom tray, for some reason, has this piece of plastic that just seems to be in the way more than anything else. But I suppose it's there to protect the paper underneath, but it doesn't click in very easily, so I've found myself messing with it a few times when I didn't have to mess with it. It's fast, it's efficient, it's got all the features that I'm looking for, the software works, it's compatible with my entire environment, it is a good replacement. I could choose in print settings whether I'm going with a draft mode or a full-on high-quality mode. The setup, like I said, was a bit of a trick. The interface could certainly stand a lot of improvement, not just on the printer itself, but certainly in the software. And unfortunately, that's kind of par for the course, but that is, as I said, a little disappointing. And right now, if you hear any sounds in the background, that is actually coming from a very active chat session that we have going on. Everyone's loving to talk about their favorite printer and why it is their favorite printer, so I'm sure... Wicket, what do you smell? He's seriously, he's like I like the smell of your ink, what can I say? So it is a good all-in-one printer, especially for the price point that they're offering. And again, I have to thank my new friend who passed this along for me to review. Never thought I'd have an Epson. Never thought I'd try an ink printer again, but if only because one of the things about their ink, the technology that they use, is it's instantly dry. I haven't seen any smudging, haven't had any smudging of the ink as it's come out, even in draft mode. And so I was really, really happy with, you know, regular weight paper. I mean, this is just standard, you know, average paper that you'd stick into a printer, copier, scanner, whatever. Buddy, you're just like...
How does it hold up to dog licks? Is it reasonably waterproof ink?
Here, let's go ahead. Do your, like...
No, of the printouts, not of the printer.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you'd be a little more specific next time there with the whole thing. Either way, no, I'm not really sure what else I'd care to say about this. I mean, they've got, of course, literature on the site. I do now have 2 laser printers that I need to get rid of. I mean, there's no easy way of letting go of them because there's still some value attached to those laser printers. I could, of course, recycle them, and likely will go that route. But they're still serviceable. They're still workable. It's just I'd rather keep this one plugged in, get access to it from anywhere in the home, and also... Dude, seriously, what? I was at Starbucks. I didn't get you anything. That look of disappointment. This is what I have to deal with. Day in and day out. Fine, you can have the laser printers. Does that make you happy? I don't know what you're going to do with them. That's right, I'm shaming you. The Epson WorkForce 840 seems to be the top of their line of their all-in-ones. Works quite well in my environment, and this is what you're going to see here, at least for the foreseeable future. What the printer? What is the printer that you're using, that you would choose to use, and why? What are your favorite features? What are the features you most look for in a printer? Just curious to know. I get questions all the time, laser versus ink, and you know, I'm gonna try ink for a while. Seems to be working so far. I don't print a lot. My email address, chris@pirillo.com. The blog, chris.pirillo.com. At Chris Pirillo on Twitter, facebook.com/Chris Pirillo. I'm also on Google+. Wicket is not. Of course, we also have lockergnome.com and lockergnome.net, full of tech content for you to digest. And then we also have a chat room that's geeking out. They're watching me do this review thing live, because the chat room is a part of a live video feed. Streaming out over the web 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at... Okay, Wicket, you can do this part. Oh, now you're shy? live.pirillo.com. We'll see you later.